What is it? Is it real? And what is it doing there? A family in Highland, Michigan believes their house is actually haunted.
Hey, no, stay there. Hey.
Shattering the comfort of homes by arriving uninvited. These otherworldly guests got the people on edge.
No recording?
Yes!
From eerie shadows lurking in the attics, strange spirits living behind walls, to mysterious figures found under the beds. Stick around for the encounters. So weird, they can only be explained through the eyes of a camera.
Hello? Oh my god. The story behind it, and overall, I think it's just pretty creepy.
While recording themselves at home, a family caught an unexpected sight on camera. As they filmed, they noticed a strange entity's reflection in the mirror. It was dressed in white, with long black hair that seemed to flow unnaturally. The figure looked like a witch, with a ghostly presence that was nightmarish. Just as quickly as it appeared, the entity vanished, as though it had never been there at all. But the family had just caught a glimpse of the supernatural.
I actually do feel kind of weird in this room.
Yeah?
Glowing eyes.
Go.
A family was taking a video in their home when an unsettling thing appeared. Just behind them, near the front door, a creature was staring at them. Its eyes glowed a bright white, and its body was black in color. Before anyone could react, the creature quickly ran inside the house. The family didn't notice it, but it was recorded on camera. They had no idea what they had captured. With its strange appearance and ghostly presence, it seemed like a paranormal entity, adding to the secrets of what had creeped into their home.
Go.
Roof creature. A homeowner captured an unsettling sight on video one evening. While looking out, he spotted an evil-looking creature climbing to the top of their roof. Only its head was visible, peeking over the edge for just a second. Before the man could react, it vanished, disappearing as quickly as it had appeared. Though they were unsure of what it was, the brief glimpse gave a scary impression. The creature didn't seem of this world, and its sudden disappearance only added to the suspense. It was a strange encounter that he might never forget, and probably will never recover from until he leaves that place. Eyes on the roof.
Hello? Oh my god.
A homeowner noticed an unusual sight on his roof one night. When he went outside to investigate, he was surprised to see a creature staring at him. Its eyes glowed brightly, and its appearance resembled the aliens we often see in movies. The creature didn't move, just watched him with a ghostly stillness. The homeowner was unsure of what to do next, as it remained there for a few moments before disappearing into the darkness. This strange encounter made him believe what he had seen was truly out of this world.
Hello? Oh my god.
Pink Lady.
What is amazing, Mom?
Can you see this little pink girl here?
A 96-year-old woman was admitted to the hospital for a routine checkup. Everything seemed normal until she told her son a strange thing. She said a woman in pink was standing next to her bed, and she asked if he could see her.
Can you see this little pink girl here?
The woman in pink even mentioned they were partying together. Her son looked around but saw nothing at all.
Party toiler. Harder.
They're having a party?
The old lady seemed calm, as if this was just another visit from someone she knew. It made her son think, could she have seen a ghost that only she could see? It could be possible, since the people experiencing their last moments have claimed to witness entities that surely do not belong to Earth.
Who's having the birthday party?
Oh, I don't know.
Haunted chase. A local was recording a video of an old abandoned building when a terrifying sight happened. Out of nowhere, a figure appeared, screaming and rushing straight toward him. Shocked and terrified, the man quickly turned and started running, but the figure's appearance was clear. It had long, dark black hair, flowing wildly as it chased after him. It looked like no ordinary being, more like a ghost with a furious presence. The video ended abruptly, leaving viewers to think, what was it? Was it truly a spirit, or anything else hiding in the ruins of the building? Glowing eyes. A video surfaced online that made viewers speechless. In the footage, a creature was seen sitting in the dark, barely visible, but unmistakably humanoid in shape. Its eyes glowed strangely in the dim light, making it look even more unsettling. Some people speculated that it might be an alien, while others quickly pointed to the legend of the Rake, a terrifying creature from urban myths, described as a pale, human-like figure that creeps through the shadows at night. No one could agree on what the creature was actually, but one thing was clear. It was straight out of a nightmare. Ghostly school. A CCTV camera at a school recorded a bizarre sight one night. First, one of the lockers started shaking all on its own, with no one nearby. Then, the locker opened by itself, and papers flew out as if someone invisible pulled through it. The strange happenings didn't stop there. A caution board slammed hard onto the ground, also without anyone touching it. It was as if the school wasn't just empty. It was alive with something else, not seen during the day, but only at night. It made me uneasy that even when the school was closed, it was never truly empty. Backyard creature.
Yeah, there it is. Whoa.
One night, a homeowner noticed a strange creature creeping behind the bushes in his backyard. He quickly rushed downstairs to check it out, but by the time he reached the living room, the door suddenly opened from the outside. He went to investigate, but found nothing there. The creature he saw looked like it came from another planet. This wasn't an isolated incident, though. Similar reports had surfaced of a figure with the same features spotted in the woods standing behind trees. It was clear from their appearance that they didn't belong here, and they both were aliens as we have seen in those sci-fi movies. Shadow returns. A video surfaced showing a strange sight in a room. In the corner, a shadow appeared out of nowhere. It moved slowly, and then, just as calmly, it faded away. But this wasn't a one-time thing. The shadow came back, again and again, always in the same spot. And what made it even stranger was the way it moved, almost like it had a purpose. According to the man, he had never encountered anything like this before. People who watched the video started to speculate. Could this be the shadow of a demon? It could be a shadow monster, though, as they were the only ones known to inhabit the dark corners of our world. What do you think? Ghostly presence.
Yeah, go.
A couple was recording a video of themselves when they noticed a strange sight. A black figure appeared right behind them. Surprised, they quickly grabbed the camera and rushed to check. But when they turned around, it was gone. Moments later, the figure appeared again, only to vanish when they went to look for it. Over time, they spotted the same shadowy figure in different rooms, but each time they went to investigate, it was gone. It felt as though they weren't living in their own house anymore, but rather in a place where ghosts were always around, watching them.
Just try and grab it the best you can. Yeah, go.
Unwanted followers. This disturbing video shows a ghostly child watching a man while he's playing video games with a VR set. The child stays there for a while observing, before vanishing into thin air. However, the creepy occurrences don't stop there. Later that day, as the clerk headed home, the ghostly presence followed him.
It is right there this time. Hello?
In his house, a shadowy figure rose from an armchair, only to disappear moments later. It seemed the spirits had taken an interest in him, as if they were drawn to him. It seemed like the spirits had followed him, and their creepy presence wasn't going away anytime soon.
Hey.
Ghost in motion.
Now recording?
Some neighbors noticed a weird sight while looking at an abandoned house. From the front door window, they saw a black figure moving back and forth. It wasn't just a trick of the light. It moved repeatedly, from left to right and then back again. The figure was dark and seemed like it wasn't just passing by. It gave off a weird feeling, as if it was aware of being watched. The neighbors were certain this wasn't an animal or a person. It seemed like a ghostly entity staying inside the house, moving as if it lived there. Well, what was truly inside still remains unsolved.
There's nobody at all. Nobody.
Ghost hunters encounter. While exploring an abandoned building, a ghost hunter had a scary experience. As he walked through the mysterious halls, he noticed an entity peeking from the left side of a room. But that wasn't all. The ghost seemed to appear from different corners of the place, each time showing itself more clearly. The ghost hunter, now convinced he was in the right spot for a paranormal investigation, realized he might be in the wrong place after all. It wasn't just one spot. It felt like the entire house was filled with spirits, and they weren't alone. Hostile haunting. A video surfaced showing a strange sight at a hostel. In the blurry footage, a black figure was seen moving up the stairs. The weird part? The stairs were supposed to be closed at the time, so no one should have been able to go up. The video was unclear, making it hard to tell exactly what it was, but the shape and movement seemed to match the ghostly figures. Some believed it was a spirit that still roamed the old building. Alien at door. A doorbell camera captured a strange creature standing right in front of a house. At first, it looked like a scene from a movie, but later, it became clear that it was happening in real life. Its appearance resembled a rare species of alien known as alien lore. These creatures are often described with unusual physical features and behaviors, standing out from anything earthly. Descriptions of alien lore suggest that they are highly intelligent. The homeowner was lucky the alien didn't enter the house and left. Otherwise, this could have been another case of alien abduction. Haunted window. A camera filming at night captured a haunting sight. It focused on an old, abandoned house, isolated in the middle of nowhere. The house looked completely empty, with no signs of life around it. But during the recording, a strange thing happened. A dark figure appeared in the window on the top floor for just a split second, before quickly disappearing. The figure showed up a few more times after that, each time vanishing before the camera could get a clear view. As the video ended, the creepy feeling still remained. It seemed like someone was watching from inside, even though the house had been empty for years. Rake in backyard.
Demonic looking thing, and it's like a human.
One night, a resident spotted a strange creature sitting in his backyard. It was pale in color, with a human-like shape, but it wasn't human. The creature just sat there, watching the resident, who grew more uneasy by the second. Panicked, the resident called the police, but as he stayed on the line...
Hey, honey, hey. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A little bit, yeah.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now.
The creature began to move slowly backward, its movements unnatural and creepy. Before he knew it, it had faded into the shadows, vanishing completely out of sight. The creature's pale skin and unsettling presence closely resembled the notorious Rake, a creature from modern folklore.
I can see the thing, it's like looking around weird.
Abandoned stare. A neighbor was filming the abandoned house next door when an unsettling sight appeared in the footage. He captured a little girl standing at one of the windows. But that wasn't all. Some people also noticed a tall black figure standing behind her as well. The footage was clear, and it seemed like the girl and the dark figure were both watching the camera. After seeing the video, the neighbor began to understand why the house had been abandoned for so long. It wasn't just an empty house. It felt like a dark presence had taken over. Horned figure. While exploring an old, abandoned house deep in the woods, an adventurer captured an unsettling sight on camera. As he carefully moved around the house, he noticed a figure peeking out from one of the windows. What made it even more terrifying was the shape of its head. It had horns, looking almost like a demon or some unknown cryptid. The adventurer was scared, unsure if what he was seeing was real. The figure didn't move much, just kept staring out at him. Shadow pursuit. In a creepy clip, a young man was captured walking up the stairs of his house, completely unaware of a dark, transparent shadow that followed him. As he climbed, the shadow moved right behind him, merging with the darkness. Moments later, another figure appeared. This one opened a door on the right and stepped out. Its pale, terrifying face made it clear the man hadn't been alone in his house. It seemed there were other mysterious entities sharing the home, silently watching him from the shadows. Tiny humanoids. A motion-activated security camera captured an eerie scene in a parking lot. Despite the poor quality of the footage, two tiny humanoids can be seen walking upright, their height barely reaching the car's wheels, which would make them just over 2 feet tall. Their movements were unlike any known animal, as they seemed to walk like people, not like creatures on 4 legs. The strange sight had raised many questions about what they really were. Could these be real gnomes, caught on camera in the middle of the night? Unfortunately, nobody saw them again to determine what they were actually. Orb in motion. A CCTV camera in the living room of a home captured a strange sight one evening. A small glowing orb appeared from the left side of the room, slowly drifting across the space. It moved calmly and steadily, passing through the room until it reached the camera and then floated above it. After that, it disappeared without a trace. No one was in the room, and there was no explanation for the unusual movement. Could this be the presence of a spirit, or was it something else entirely? Well, who knows the truth? Midnight visitor. A CCTV camera caught an unsettling sight one night. A creature, crawling on all 4s, was seen entering a neighbor's house in the night. Its features were strange and unlike anything typical, resembling a cryptid, a creature whose existence was often debated and linked to myths and legends. The creature moved swiftly, almost unnaturally, before disappearing inside the house. Viewers were unsure if they had just witnessed a rare cryptid sighting or if there was another explanation. Whatever it was, it certainly wasn't what they expected to see in this neighborhood. Backyard creature. A homeowner in Las Vegas had a terrifying experience when he spotted a large creature sitting in his backyard. It was human-like in shape, but much bigger than any person he had ever seen. Alarmed, he immediately called the police, unsure of what he was dealing with.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard.
The creature's appearance resembled stories of a skinwalker, a mythical being from Navajo folklore known for its ability to transform into animals or people. This encounter shook the homeowner as he realized he had just faced a creature straight out of a legend. Witch in motion. A strange video surfaced showing a woman dressed in nothing but a nightgown, performing a spooky feat. She was seen climbing up a pillar outside a building, moving with smooth, almost supernatural grace. Her movements were unlike anything normal. So sleek and controlled, it was almost as if she defied the laws of physics. After reaching the first floor, she disappeared from view. Those who saw the footage were quick to make a conclusion. According to them, the way she moved, that strange ease with which she climbed, it looked like a witch, possibly using some kind of otherworldly power. Glowing eyes. A video surfaced showing a strange creature just outside a house's window, its glowing eyes staring back into the house. The darkness outside made it difficult to make out any clear details, but it seemed enormous, with the kind of features that made people think of Bigfoot from old legends. However, the creature didn't show itself fully, making many unsure if it really was Bigfoot or something else entirely. The brief, bizarre glimpse made the encounter even more creepy, but without more proof. It remains just another secret waiting to be solved. Mysterious creature. A local was exploring an abandoned place when he spotted what appeared to be a dog-like creature moving around. It looked strange and out of place, so he cautiously approached. And just when he got there, the creature stopped moving. When the guy shared the video online, he started an online debate, with some saying it was a possessed animal and others calling it a voodoo toy. Even if it was just a toy, who was controlling it? Feeling uneasy at his thoughts, he decided it was time to leave before the entity behind it could do anything else. Upside down face. A woman was lying on her bed when she heard the door opening. She instantly began recording with her front camera. While watching the screen, she saw a pale, white face appear at the top right side of her door. The face was upside down, staring at her in a way that made her feel uneasy. The woman didn't notice it at first, but when she zoomed on the screen, it scared her. She quickly got up to check the door, but the face was already gone within a few seconds, leaving no trace behind. The lady couldn't explain it, but she knew someone strange had been watching her. Wall creeper. A terrifying video surfaced, showing a massive spider-like creature clinging to the wall. Its long, strange legs stretched out, and it seemed ready to jump on anyone who dared to come too close. The creature's appearance was unsettling, with its strange shape and shadowy appearance. Thin and stick-like limbs, something straight out of a nightmare. Or could this terrifying creature actually exist in real life? Whether it was an elaborate hoax or an encounter with truly otherworldly beings. Tell me what you think. Shadow Roamer. A CCTV camera in a house captured a strange thing one night. A white, shadowy figure appeared, passing by the camera. Though the shape was unclear, it was obvious that it didn't seem normal. It moved silently as if it was roaming the house, unseen by anyone but the camera. The situation was very confusing, but one thing was certain. It was a ghostly presence that only came out at night. The house, it seemed, was not as empty as it appeared after dark. Whatever it was, it had made itself at home in the shadows. Shape-shifting encounter. A local was out for a walk with his dog when he noticed a strange creature on the roof of a house. At first, it appeared to be a large dog, but as he watched some more, it began morphing into a human shape right before his eyes. The creature's transformation was quick and unsettling. Once it fully took a human form, fear took over him, and he quickly turned to run. The encounter had obviously shaken him, and he knew that what he saw was something unnatural. Disembodied feet. CCTV footage captured a dog staring at someone outside the house late at night. At first, everything seemed normal, but then a strange event occurred. A pair of feet suddenly appeared, running across the yard without a body. The feet moved from one side of the house to the other before disappearing beside the house, leaving the dog terrified. The dog's reaction was very clear, clearly unsettled by what it had just witnessed. The weird sight of the disembodied feet made the viewers think that a supernatural force had crossed the path. Rake on roof. One evening, a house owner heard strange voices coming from the roof. Curious and uneasy, he went outside to see what it was. As he looked up, he got scared when he saw a pale creature sitting on the roof. Its long, sharp claws were visible, and its strange presence made it all the more creepy. The creature resembled the infamous Rake from modern folklore, a humanoid figure known for its terrifying appearance. The owner stood unsure of what to do as the creature simply stared at him. Haunted hospital. At a hospital, a CCTV camera captured footage no one expected. People were waiting in the lobby when suddenly a doctor ran past them, looking scared. A few moments later, an even stranger thing happened. A wheelchair started moving on its own, following the doctor's exact steps. At first, the people dismissed their thoughts by not believing what they were watching. But when the wheelchair moved again on its own, they knew it wasn't right. Terrified, they quickly ran out of the lobby. But the wheelchair didn't follow them. The people even asked the hospital staff, Unfortunately, they too were speechless by the event that took place in the middle of the night. Dark figure. Castles and spirits have a long connection, but this group of explorers got lucky and captured it on their cameras. They were in the middle of their exploration when one of them pointed toward a window. Inside that castle and peeking through the window was a strange figure. The figure didn't move at all, but kept standing in its place, as if it wanted to make its presence known. Since the doors to the castle remained closed for people, the friends realized it wasn't a person, and they were looking at a ghost. This was all to make them come out of the eerie side, you know. Blue light. A CCTV camera in the living room recorded an unusual sight one evening. At first, everything seemed normal. Then, out of nowhere, a strange blue light appeared and moved toward the dining table. It stayed for just a second, glowing brightly, before it quickly went into a lamp sitting on the side table. The sudden appearance of the light made the homeowners confused. It wasn't like anything they had ever seen before. Some believed it could have been a divine presence, as the light seemed peaceful, yet mysterious. After the incident, the house felt different, as if an unseen presence had visited. Mysterious flash. At 4:38 a.m., a CCTV camera in the UK caught an unusual sight. A strange creature flew into the frame, appearing for just a second. It moved quickly and was gone before anyone could make sense of it. The creature was different from anything the camera had captured before. Though it only showed up briefly, it was clear that it wasn't an ordinary thing. The moment it vanished, the camera returned to normal. Everyone who saw it was unsure what exactly had passed by. Even though it was quick, it created a feeling that some unusual thing had just happened. Ghostly work. In a home office, a CCTV video revealed a scary sight. The room was empty, but suddenly, the IR lights and DVR camera lit up on their own, even though no one was in the room. This happened multiple times throughout the night. The homeowner knew there was no one in the house, yet the equipment kept turning on by itself. It didn't take long before the residents started to believe that this was a ghost doing the work. But they remained calm, as the ghosts never harmed them. They only flickered the lights, and that was all. Doorbell mystery. A doorbell camera captured a bizarre thing one evening. A strange flying object appeared on camera and rang the doorbell 6 times. The movements were slow and unexplainable, making it hard to figure out what exactly it was. The object didn't seem like anything the homeowners had ever seen. It was too unusual, and the way it moved gave off a weird feeling. Some believed it could have been a ghost playing with the doorbell. Whatever it was, it raised curiosity about whether a supernatural force was behind the strange events at the door. Ghost in the night. One night, a local spotted a strange sight while walking outside. A white figure appeared for just a second, passing by quickly in the dim light. Though the sighting was brief, the figure's presence was undeniable. Its appearance seemed too real, leaving the locals with a scary feeling. The figure's ghostly white shape was all too familiar, resembling stories from old legends. It was as if a piece of those ancient tales had come to life right in front of them. What was it exactly, though? No one could say for sure, but it was certainly unusual. Shadowy visitor. A CCTV camera captured an unsettling sight one night. A shadowy figure was seen moving toward a house, slowly and steadily. The shape looked like a woman, but it felt unsettling. The figure didn't seem to belong to this world. Its movements were unnatural, and the way it moved gave it a creepy, ghostly presence. The fact that it was visible on the camera made it even more strange, as it suggested the figure could be a ghost. Who or what this woman was remains unanswered. But one thing was clear, it wasn't a typical visitor. Mysterious creature. A video surfaced from a house in Brazil, capturing a strange creature on the roof. The being had a bald head and a large skull, resembling the aliens often described in stories. It remained on the roof for a brief moment before disappearing behind it. After a short while, it reappeared, but quickly vanished again, and then appeared from the right side of the roof. The unusual sight amazed those who saw it. Some speculated it could be a form of extraterrestrial life, while others were confused about what it truly was. Dogman sighting. A farmer was working late at his house when he noticed an unusual thing on the roof. At first, it seemed like just the shadows, but as he looked closer, 2 glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. The eyes shone brightly, and he could just make out the outline of a creature. Its body was hidden, but the eyes were unmistakable. The farmer said it looked like a dogman, a legendary creature with the body of a man and the head of a dog, said to roam woods at night and scare other beings. And now let us move on to our subscriber's pick of the day. One evening, as a couple was walking back home, they came across a strange thing. Floating in the air, perfectly still, it didn't move, just hovered in place, its features hidden in the shadows. The couple stared in disbelief, unable to make out any details, but the presence was undeniable. It had an otherworldly appearance, and they couldn't shake the feeling that it might be a witch. In many stories, witches are known for their mysterious powers, often seen in the dark, using magic that blurs the line between the natural and the supernatural. The couple drove away, shaken and unable to forget what they had seen.